In the last decade, black cinema stepped into a new era, one defined by ownership and confrontation. From the racial horrors of Get Out to the radical hope of Black Panther, both of these films reflect the constant growing shift of black filmmakers writing their own narrative. As Manfio Diawara writes, dominant cinema situates black characters primarily for the pleasure of white spectators. Unlike films like Green Book, which has been criticised for being another white saviour story, Get Out and Black Panther reverse that gaze and instead centre black experience and uses different genres to retell their story in the right way. Jordan Peele's Get Out tackles liberal racism sneakily throughout the film. The Armitage family aren't overly violent, but beneath their smiles lies their entitlement and control over black people. The lines,
"You've got something. The images you capture so brutal, so melancholic. It's powerful stuff, I think."
By the way, I would have voted for Obama for a third term if I could. Best president in my lifetime, hands down.
I agree.
Yeah.
both show slip-ups of their true desire towards black people for their own gain. And as Peele explains, what I wanted to point out with this film is that it's connected to the real, the deep horror of racism. The sunken place that Chris experiences serves as a metaphor of Chris being able to see but not speak, which represents the silence of black voices in white spaces. And we see this throughout the film, with Chris carefully tiptoeing with the words he uses, reads the room, modifies his behaviour around them. This same code switching is seen in the film Sorry to Bother You, with the workers encouraged to use their white voices as it's more approachable to people.
You have a white voice in there, you can use it. It's like when you're pulled over by the police.
The hypnosis scene shows how control doesn't always have to be by change like during slavery, but by manipulation and exploitation.
How do you feel now?
I can't move.
You can't move.
Why can't I move?
You're paralyzed. Just like that day when you did nothing. You did nothing.
When Chris uses cotton from the chair to block out the hypnosis, it contrasts the symbol of cotton commonly used in slavery to a powerful mean of freedom. The camera flash used on Andre also represents the power of media and how the capture of truth can disrupt means of control.
Get out! Yo! No! Yo, chill, man. Get out! Chill! Get out! Chill, man! We're gonna chill! Get the fuck out of here!
Chris's trauma around his mother's death is exploited by the Armitages, which demonstrates how black pain is often weaponized, be it through references to slave auctions, coded language, or plantation fields through historical drama.
We felt like racism was not being called out sufficiently enough for us.
And you said you're trying to tell your own truth? What is that?
Well, really my truth as a black man, you know, that my perspective that I haven't seen in film before. I haven't seen that represented.
Jordan Peele's authorship of the film Get Out is pivotal as it's infused with his lived experience of a black man navigating through white spaces. This perspective is what makes this film have a profound impact and enhances its authenticity. As Romano states, mainstream audiences rarely get to see this viewpoint presented so unapologetically. Here, the confrontation with race isn't through violence but through its psychological horror coded in its metaphors and microaggressions delivered precisely.
This never gets old.
Black Panther is another great film in terms of analysing cinematic confrontations with race.
To be young, gifted, and black, we all know what it's like to be told that there is not a place for you to be featured, yet you are young, gifted, and black.
Becoming the highest grossing film by a black director and becoming the first major superhero film with a predominant black cast and crew. If Get Out represents black awakening in a hostile environment, Black Panther represents liberation and the fulfillment of potential when black stories are given a floor to flourish. Shuri in Black Panther redefines who belongs in science and technology through her black-led brilliance. Her presence challenges the male-dominated culture of STEM. Spike Lee said that Black Panther changed everything, especially for people of colour. It moved the goal line closer. It yet again proved that black-led stories rooted in culture rather than stereotypes can thrive globally.
I'm positive he did.
Django Unchained also engages with race, but in a slightly different manner, with Tarantino using the spaghetti western genre to make the audience almost feel the brutality of the slave era, with Tarantino stating that he aimed to break that history under glass aspect of observing it from a detached historical standpoint. But unlike Get Out, being directed by a black filmmaker, Tarantino faced backlash with the common referring film of white savior used throughout Hollywood, which reiterates the significance of the lens we see race being explained from. From the sunken place of Get Out to the futuristic land of Wakanda, these films present cinematic confrontations with race through a bold stance on general reinvention. Get Out awakens us to the systems on control through the facades of the Armitages, while Black Panther empowers us to imagine what could be if Africa is no longer shaped by oppression, but by freedom and culture. As Locke wrote, black cinema must be understood within a political context, and in this context, Unchained to Awaken is not just a title, but a resistance. A resistance told through sound, story, and screen.